डिफेंस ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट प्रोजेक्ट के शिलान्यास में हिस्सा लिया था। 2.5 बिलियन यूरो के निवेश से बन रहे इस प्रोजेक्ट में भी टाटा और एयरबस की साझेदारी है। मुझे ये जानकर भी खुशी है कि फ्रेंच कंपनी साफरान विमानों के इंजन की सर्विस के लिए भारत में सबसे बड़ी एमआरओ फैसिलिटी स्थापित कर रही है। आज इंटरनेशनल ऑर्डर और मल्टीलेटरल सिस्टम की स्थिरता और संतुलन सुनिश्चित करने में भारत फ्रांस भागीदारी प्रत्यक्ष भूमिका निभा रही है। चाहे इंडो पैसिफिक क्षेत्र में सुरक्षा और स्थिरता का विषय हो या वैश्विक फूड सिक्योरिटी तथा हेल्थ सिक्योरिटी, भारत और फ्रांस साथ मिलकर सकारात्मक योगदान दे रहे हैं। राष्ट्रपति मैक्रो, मुझे विश्वास है कि इस वर्ष हमारे द्विपक्षीय संबंध और भी नई ऊंचाइयों को छुएंगे। भारत की G20 अध्यक्षता के अंतर्गत हमें साथ मिलकर काम करने के लिए और अधिक अवसर प्राप्त होंगे। एक बार फिर से आप सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
Thank you, sir. I would now request President of France, His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, to deliver his remarks.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Dear Prime Minister, dear Narendra, I'm very glad to have the opportunity to see you, even this is just through this VTC, but after our meeting on the sideline of the G20 in Bali and the great discussion we had together. And I want to congratulate you, your ministers present here, and our two CEOs, dear Chandra Sekaran and dear Mr. Fori, for this new success. And thank you very much for offering us the opportunity to celebrate this strategic partnership in the aerospace sector. Once again, this achievement shows that Airbus and all its French partners, including Safran, are fully dedicated to develop new areas of cooperation with India, and we've achieved so much with India. I mean, in a wide range of sectors, from space to cyber, from defense to culture, from health to energy transition, and now we have the historic opportunity to go much further, given the potential of Indian and the Indian people. I fully concur with you, Mr. Prime Minister, dear Narendra, about all the perspectives we have and about the strengths of our partnership. I just would like to add...
Massive deal. One of the biggest in history. One of the biggest in history has just been signed between Air India and Airbus of France for 250 passenger jets. That is 140 A320s, 70 A321s, and 40 A350 long-range airliners. It's one of the biggest deals in history. Just to give you a bit of perspective, 250 aircraft this deal has been signed between Air India and Airbus. A second deal is expected to be signed between Air India and Boeing. It could be announced very, very shortly, which could take the total number of aircraft being ordered by Air India to a staggering 470 to 500 aircraft. If it reaches that number of 470, viewer, it will make Air India's deal the biggest aircraft order in history. That is a record currently held by American Airlines, which had ordered 460 aircraft. That is the largest aircraft order in history at this point. But if Air India's second announcement expected today with Boeing goes through and is announced, it will become the record holder for the largest aviation deal in history. 250 aircraft announced in this massive order, multi-billion-dollar order for A320s, A321s, and wide-body A350 aircraft for Air India. I'm joined now by Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor, joining us live. Also with us is Nagarjun Dwarkanath. Geeta, obviously a huge you know, an aircraft order is never just an aircraft order. It's a diplomatic handshake because of the huge benefits that accrue to France as a result of this order, the millions of jobs and the years and years of employment that such a deal generates. No wonder that both Prime Minister Modi and President Macron were there for the announcement.
Well, that's right, Shiv. The fact that you are pointing out the presence of leadership at the topmost level clearly shows the importance India and France attach to this very deal.
Yeah.
It is one of the biggest deals, but also the fact that it is taking forward not just a business deal between the two countries, but the strategic cooperation between the two countries,
Yes.
where the two countries now are inseparable in many ways when it comes to technology, advanced technology, defense, and now we're looking at the air connectivity space as well. A country that has stood by India in the toughest times, Shiv. There is no other way of putting it when it comes to cooperation with France, and that's the reason why we see not just enhancement and growing of ties. India is a huge market, and one country that has the opportunity to really take advantage of the friendship and the loyalty that it has shown through the years is France, and hence India completely opens its doors to France, and France does the same with India, and that certainly is visible with the leadership coming out and making that announcement, being a part of this huge announcement. And there will be, like you said, many more deals, more strategic in nature, defense in nature, that are going to come in the coming and the near future.
And I'm going to tell our viewers in just a moment, Geeta, about how this isn't just going to be of benefit economically speaking to France. It will also have many spillover employment benefits for India, because as part of the deal structure, many of the parts of these aircraft will necessarily have to be outsourced to Indian manufacturers. In fact, both Boeing and Airbus build many of their subsystems and parts using Indian technology by Indian companies. Aerostructures has been one of the big success stories as far as the Indian defense industry is concerned. But I want to get a perspective from India Today's Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who happens to be a passenger pilot himself. He's flown aircraft, he's flown for an airline also, and he knows a thing or two both about aircraft as well as the civil aviation business. Naga, 250 aircraft, massive by any stretch of imagination, A320s, A321s, A350s. So from your short haul flights to your long haul, Air India betting big on Airbus.
Well, that's true. In fact, it's the most big deal that India would ever seen. 500 aircraft being ordered at a single go. It's very big shift. The massive impact that will have on employment also. What we are looking at is one aircraft will at least generate employment to 10 pilots who are in major dearth of jobs right now because the market is saturated as well. So the fresh pilots will also have employment offers. The cabin crew, one aircraft will at least have 30 people in shifts working. So you will have one aircraft will provide employment not just for 30 cabin crew, but 10 of pilots. So 40 flight ops will have working employment through this. And imagine the ground staff also, and back end of manufacturing and repair and mechanics, all of them. So it's not just an economic deal between the two countries, but also employment generations locally also. If you ask me as a